Well, how on earth did I manage that, guys? Zone 2 for me, and look what I am. Look what I am. Almost directly above the winner. I think it's actually 3 pixels out because the winner was 2 pixels out on the X and 1 pixel out on the Y. So um, even he wasn't exactly spot on either of his angles. I was 3 pixels out on the X. That's, your left to right. And 36 and 41, 76, yeah, 77 pixels out on the vertical. See, it doesn't look that far away there, does it? But then, 77 pixels away, that is. Huge difference. There could have been thousands of people in between me and that. But yeah, if you remember last Saturday, I was much further down here to the right. And then I looked at it and I thought the more I've looked at it from the Tuesday video, it needs to be further left and higher up because the average was further down here. It was 3226 1037. So the average was about a couple of hundred pixels down from the winning cross. Our average was, but I went much further to the left and higher, fair bit higher than the average to where I am now. But I still didn't go high enough, which is a shame. But I had half my money back. What it is of it. I think I only ended up spending about £1.50, so I had about 75 pence back. But I just had £2 credit today again. I think I had £2 yesterday or the day before. But will I spend it on today's? Will I do it today? I don't know. It's got to be used by tonight, so I might have to use it on something else. Anyway, that's what I am. Let's have a look at the judges and how they got where they got. So they are 8 judges. Matt's in charge again, for the look of it. Bit of a bigger spread than I thought actually, because there's one over here, one all the way over there. I mean, that's, there's a few hundred pixels between those, and these couple down here. That one down there sort of makes sense to me because he's, it's that sort of direction, isn't it? I was that sort of distance over to the right, but a lot lower last week. But yeah, I already know what the answer is here. I've already skipped to the end, and they don't take any of the crosses out. They ummed it hard with taking that top left one out, but didn't. I think strangely, Matt had said that if he took Jenna's out, it would take that further away from his, so he was leaving Jenna's in. Strange statement, but nevertheless, it was, I was happy with that. He was still in sort of the right area for me because I was like, if that's a winner there, I was just sort of a little bit further down here. So what do I think of it? I think the result is okay. Like I said, there's a big spread from the judges. All this one all the way up here, and all the way to the right here, and quite low here, 2 there in fact. But this often happens, doesn't it? There's quite a wide spread from the judges, but then the average works out sort of more or less okay. I know some of you are going to have a completely different opinion. Some of you will have gone much further over to the right because quite a few had. So you, from your point of view, you're going to see it as terrible judging, and there would have been a few over to the left. But I think where it's ended up makes sense. Well, I'm not going to say that now because I wasn't far off it. So of course I'm biased. Anyway, let's have a look at this week's picture then, because it's a gruesome one today. Followed a bit of a theme here, haven't we? Where we got the 2 players looking in the same direction all the time. We've had that for a while now. I'm going to draw some lines because my first cross is right up by there on the sort of eaves of that roof. There, just under the roof line there. How did I get there? Well, I was up on the roof for my first sort of attempt. But when I drew a line from him, I ended up along that sort of line there that looks sort of about right for me at the moment. This fella here threw me a bit. I'd gone further to the left, but the more I looked at his eyes, the more I could see a lot of white under his eyes, and he's looking up very, very steep just past his eyelids for what I can see, and he's tilting his head, a fair bit back. So whatever it is, it's quite steep, but it can't be, I just don't see that it can be above him. My fear is I think some of the judges will go there, or certainly one of them will go right away over here, because they'll think, he's looking over here, looking at vertical. But in the end, I settled on going on that area there. So that's my first cross, 1657781. Not very confident with it, I gotta be honest. But there's a lot of space because these two players are over here on the right hand side. This fella at the back here in blue, he looks like he's leaning on the other player to jump and pushing the other fella down. So it looks sort of like they're both going for it. But to me, it's got to be along that angle there, that eye line from there, this player at the back. But where across there is the issue. I guess it could be from anywhere from sort of here, where the judges will go, to somewhere over here. So that's a big wide stretch. So again, this won't be I won't be spending much this week. I haven't got a free ticket now because I haven't spent a tenner in the last month. So whatever I buy this week, I'm gonna have to pay for. I do like the look of that Kodiak, the Skoda Kodiak VR. Plus they're matching the retail price with cash, so that comes with 50. You can't see it properly now, but I think it was the car plus something like 57,000. And if I'm going to do the 50,000 as well, that's going to be the car and over 100,000. But I got to use that credit today if I'm going to do that. But yeah, that's what I am. I know I'm waffling, guys. But that's where my first one is there. But I could be anywhere along that line. So sorry if I wasn't much help there. Right, let's have a look at Revcomps. So what have I got for Thursday's draw? Only the Mini. One ticket on this Mini. And the only reason I did that was because it was a £5 for a ticket and it's 5,000 tickets. I thought, yeah, go on, have a go. I think it's a 1.5 Mini. So it's not even a particularly fast one, but nice little runabout. Didn't bother with any of these others. What did they add then for Thursday? All I went for, E63 V8, didn't go for that. Gas guzzler. Didn't go for that, too big for me. M135i X-Drive, yeah, it's okay. But that's one of those £600 a month, £600 a year road tax, probably heavy on fuel, so didn't bother with that. Oh, this thing down here, this Ranger Raptor, I just went one ticket, even though the odds are a bit high, 20,000, I own one ticket on this Porsche, because it's 70,000 cash alternative. I think I've even cut back on the bike night. I've got nothing on there this week. I just give it a go the once, didn't work. So this one, I'm on this BMW 1160 M Sport, and it's a 2016, so that's going to be in the cheap tax, so I think it's going to be about 20 quid or 35 quid or whatever for a year, and that has only got a small diesel engine. I think that's a 1.5 diesel, so it'll be phenomenal on fuel. Perfect car for back and forth to the office. Got a couple on his Cougar Titanium as well, 2017, looks quite nice. Not a brilliant car, but it looks nice. Didn't bother with this. I'm not fussed on these, as you know. I've said it enough times. Jet ski. No, I haven't done hard about the jet ski because it's a £20,000 cash alternative. But it was like £9 a ticket, and I thought, nah, give it a miss. And this lawnmower. Well, I'm in a flat, no good to me. Porsche, I got a bit put off. Cheap tickets, 40 grand cash alternative, but 30,000 tickets put me off a bit. Volkswagen Polo Tech Edition. I did get some tickets on that. That's being drawn on Sunday. And also I had some on this Audi A3 S-Line, which is also being drawn on Sunday. So, yeah, I'd be happy with either of those. So, looking forward to Sunday. Although the odds are much better on this Polo, aren't they? 6,000 tickets. And then sneaking in at the bottom is a BMW M140i. I think that's the one I looked at earlier. Didn't get tickets for that because I knew I probably wouldn't keep it. Because I think it's a 3-litre, 6-cylinder petrol thing, a proper gas guzzler. I thought I wouldn't keep that for long. So I didn't bother. There is another one in the pipeline. There's a Fiesta ST line. That's still on the checkout page. I got a couple on that. Can't remember if I got anything else on the checkout page. Well, I don't think I have. Anyway, in the meantime, guys, I think probably if some of you went like I did above the average, you might have done quite well this week. But there wasn't many of us, or wasn't many of you, that had gone that much higher than the average. Not an awful lot of higher on that X coordinate. There was most of you were much further right than the average, but I don't think there was many sort of near that average on the X, and then a lot higher where the winning cross was. But if you did well, let me know how you got on, and leave a coordinate for Saturday then, and we'll make another video and see where we think the average is going to be this week. In the meantime, guys, enjoy the rest of the week. Bank holiday coming up. I'll be about Saturday, so we can make another one on bank holiday weekend, Saturday. I was having an argument about going away, and then I thought, nah, trouble is, everybody else is, aren't they? Roads are going to be chock-a-block, everywhere's going to be chock-a-block. I can go anytime. So I'll leave it. I won't go anywhere this weekend. In the meantime, guys, enjoy your week and good luck.